It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Frankie Boots. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, and we are in the music room. I'm excited to be here, so I'm going to play a tune for you. After parties in the late night freeze, I can't beat 'em, so I join 'em, but please leave the light on. Leave the light on for me. These barroom stages keep me out all night, but I'll be home, sing you a lullaby if you leave the light on. I'll tuck you in tight. When I'm swerving home all alone, it's the only thing in sight. There's Bloody Marys when you're coming home. I'm having my nightcap when you're hitting your lawn, but leave the light on, and I'll follow you into the dawn, yeah. 'Cause I get caught up in my liquor store, can't escape this time's detours. Leave the light on, I leave my demons at the door. When I crawl in your arms, they can't harm me no more. The smell of your hair, girl, your lips, I can taste them from here now. Dawn, I need something to keep my eyes on. Out in this tempest, distressed, I need a light on in the horizon. I need a light on in the horizon. I need a light in that horizon. Barking old debacle and flophouse sweets ain't never swept me off my feet. So leave the light on, and I won't make a peep. If you wait, don't hesitate to turn that light off with me. Don't hesitate, no, to turn that light off with me. Thank you. Thank you.
Frankie Boots, welcome to In the Music Room.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
We are so glad to have you.
Oh, yeah, it's an honor to be with you guys today.
Yeah, you've been talking to Randy for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, we talked about this back in maybe, gosh, I don't know, December or something.
Yeah.
A while back, yeah.
Yeah. So did you just drive in from Louisiana, or are you out touring?
Drove in from New Orleans, and then I'm going to continue with some more dates in the DFW area over the next couple days. Go down to Austin for a minute, come back up, and then over to Shreveport, and then back home. Sunday I play in Shreveport Sunday morning, drive back to New Orleans, play in New Orleans with my band Sunday night. So
Road warrior.
yeah, it's going to be a busy week for sure.
Yeah.
But that's the way I like it, you know.
So Leave the Light On. It's one you've written. What was your inspiration for that song?
Mostly, well, I got to, a lot of the times with playing music and in a lot of lines of work, I guess, but especially as a musician, you wind up getting home at keeping some pretty strange hours.
Yes.
Getting in at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And my fiance is an actual respectable member of society who gets up to go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. She has a real job and whatnot. So it's sometimes she puts up with a lot, and I try to be as quiet as I can, and stuff like that. But it's just about having somebody who supports you really in whatever you're doing. Even on a bigger level, it's more about having somebody who maybe you guys don't sync up on something, or maybe you guys' lifestyles are a little different, but that doesn't matter because they love you. So.
Love prevails.
It's true. It does. yeah, absolutely.
Your next song is Lost Getting Lost.
Yeah.
Tell us about that one.
So this one I was driving around. I do a lot of touring, and I got to thinking about how this day and age we have these smartphones in our pockets that have the answer to any question you want to know. You can just pull it up and look these things up, and so while that's convenient, I feel like it's hard to get lost in America now, because it's like everybody knows where they're going all the time. Like, if Jack Kerouac had Google Maps, I don't think we would have some of these, or Woody Guthrie was on Facebook or something. We wouldn't have these like amazing pieces of American artwork,
Yeah.
And so that I feel like it is what it is. There's no putting, Pandora's box type situation. Not going to get it back in there, but yeah, just kind of losing the ability to really kind of just follow your instincts and get lost. And I was lucky enough, I'm old enough to remember a time when there was not, maps and social media and all this stuff accessible. Yeah. And you get lost, and sometimes you wind up in an adventure that you would have never been on with if you knew where you were going all the time.
Well, get us lost. Come on.
My pleasure. I've been to Santa Rosa, been to them Florida Keys, just about everywhere in this great country that you can get on 4 wheels, get on 2 feet on a young man's curiosity. But I lost getting lost to the wrong end of a century. Once upon a time you hit that open road with a few bucks and a fire in your soul, and all your worldly possessions on your back like a shield to protect you from your responsibility. But we lost getting lost, now they sneak up on you anywhere you flee. Be a stranger, a wanderer, a misfit, but we missed it. No, Kerouac ain't coming back. Stay off of those railroad tracks. They know your face, they know your name, they know your past. So, young friend, know what you're up against now.
generation of ones and zeros for faces. Why tap into that highway, tap your phone to go places you can lean up on that crutch? Why make small talk with your waitress? Oh, this old soul never stood a chance. So we lost, getting lost. We ain't ever getting it back. Yeah, we lost, getting lost. So partner, burn that old gunny sack. Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice.
Appreciate it.
The next song you have is called Duel at Dawn. I do that every morning on the freeway going to work. What's your story?
I hear you there. Similar. Yeah, you know, this one, I feel like there's a couple different ways to approach songwriting, you know. I mean, there's obviously a lot of them, but you know, on one hand, I really enjoy writing songs that I feel like are explicit and they, or maybe even like a story song, something that is very to the point. You know what it's about, you know. But and then sometimes I like to write songs that are a little more ambiguous, and this one is probably one of those songs. And I think the nice thing about that is, and I've been trying to do more of this lately, is leave room for the listener to be able to insert their own meanings into it, you know, and. Bob Dylan was obviously really good at that, you know, and people would ask him about what his songs were, and, you know, he wouldn't tell you, and it would just be like, oh, it's so mysterious, he's so cool, you know. So, this one's called Duel at Dawn. I mean, I mostly thought just the phrase of it was cool, you know. So, for me, this song is kind of maybe about somebody making eyes at you from across the room or something that you know you might not, maybe shouldn't be messing around with, you know? Yeah.
Yes, you're an engaged man.
I am. This is an old song.
Oh, okay.
So, this one's called Duel at Dawn. I can feel her eyes on me. Body language is just a novel to pull. All the pieces in their perfect places for a natural disaster, where we both have our reasons to keep a safe distance. But it takes two to tango, yeah, two to tango, and it takes two to fight, takes two to do what we're gonna do tonight. Must be the heat, maybe the song, it's the sound of your voice, left us no choice, and we gon' have to duel at dawn. It's getting late, it's getting wrong. Whoa, Lord, making these eyes all day and night, and we gon' have to duel it down, yeah. Hang around that Jamie bottle, and you know it's just a matter of time. You seem to have misplaced your head, and I'm fresh out of mind. Well, it's becoming quite clear what's going on here now. Oh, just friends don't talk to just friends. Well, second hand in second thought, we meet again. A coincidence, I think, and I blame the drinks. It ain't our fault.
locked in a cage, and we gonna have to duel at dawn. Well, duel at dawn, duel at dawn. It's gone on now for much too long. We gonna settle this once and for all, because you and me, baby, gonna duel at dawn. Fading glance, second chance at all, and fate works in mysterious ways, so we gon' have to duel at dawn. We gon' have to duel at dawn. We gon' have to duel at dawn. Yeah, we gon' have to duel at dawn. Oh, thank you guys. I don't appreciate it.
Guitar is amazing.
Oh, thanks, man.
So is summertime in New Orleans. I've got to be down there a few times. It's
I've heard
hot
not to go in the summer.
Well, it depends. I
Too
think
humid.
it's hot and sultry, and the cable cars or the street cars are special in the summertime.
Yeah, I would
Get
agree.
down to the Garden District, man. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
man. I mean, the way I see it, there's no bad time to go to New Orleans, really. You know, but it is true. The summertime. When I moved from California down to New Orleans, they told me the summers were going to be a little different, and they were right about that fact.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Oh man, when that summer hits, boy, watch out," you know. And it came around the first year we were living down there, and we stuck around, and it was hot. It was, you know, it was real muggy. The town slowed down quite a bit. It thinned out. A lot of the people I know who were musicians went out on the road. A lot of my friends left. A lot of the regular gigs kind of stopped, and it's just a different town, you know, and it doesn't make it a bad place. I kind of enjoyed some of that. In fact, you know, like you get to know your neighbors a little bit more.
It's like living in a resort town during the week.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's just, you know, you get to really get to know the locals, and tourism kind of thins out and stuff. And so it's a beautiful place all year round, but the summer is definitely different. And so last summer I went out on the road. In this summer, I'll be going to be doing the same. So don't get me wrong. I mean, I won't be there this summer. But, you know.
You have experienced it.
Yeah. I got one under my belt. You know?
Yeah.
One in a row ain't bad.
Yeah,
Let's
one in a
hear
row.
your song about it.
Yeah, so this one's kind of new. I got a few new songs in this set here tonight. So this one is called "Summertime in New Orleans." Woke up in a sweat this morning, staring at the fan running circles around itself. Silly thing, don't realize it's summer in New Orleans. Tourists been thinning out down in the corridor. Few of us left in the bar water, but we're all sweating it out together, 'cause it's muggy as hell, only a little hotter. Find you a lover, come May, and you can dance those humid nights away under the oak trees where the cicadas play, and the barges on the river call out their names. Yeah, summertime in New Orleans is bound to be a blaze. Summertime sugar, you'd be amazed. Snowballs for the children, or maybe a daiquiri if you need a little healing. Do you some grilling in the shade, ain't no crawfish around since Memorial Day. But you could have a picnic on the neutral ground, and then you head to the levee, watch the sun go down. Meet me on Frenchman when the night falls for some boogie-woogie jump, blow some Zydeco, yeah. Summertime in New Orleans is hard to compare. Summertime in New Orleans, you can take it here, you can take it anywhere. Afternoon rain don't mean a hurricane. Plenty of bars for you to get in. Well, if you don't like the weather, this here's Louisiana, honey. Just wait a few more minutes. Summertime in New Orleans, some say it's hard to bear. Summertime in New Orleans, it stays high and love is in the air. Appreciate it.
I would love to hear you and Annie chant together, just vocally.
Yeah.
There's something about that, and if you get near Atlanta, let me know.
Yeah, I get up there.
Down on Geary Street, huh?
Yeah, this is another kind of song about a place that I lived. It's a street. So in the mid 2000s, I used to live in San Francisco for a period of time, which you could still afford to do then. And not be a tech millionaire. But these days it's kind of tough. But we, I was living down there in my mid-20s and was on a street called Geary, and it was just a real fun time. And I wrote this song and started playing it down there. And every time somebody would come up and tell me that there's no such thing as Geary Street. There's a Geary Road and a Geary Boulevard and Geary Avenue, but there's no Geary Street. So by then I was like, it's too late, man. The song has been written.
I rhymes. Forget it.
Yeah, I mean, nothing rhymes with Boulevard. So this is down on Geary Street. People are just gonna have to accept that fact,
Right.
Take that 38 bus where the fog starts to break, where the avenues end and it ain't hard to make. In a Richmond, your home so sweet. Well, I hang my hat and nod my head down on Geary Street, down on Geary Street. Hey, now down on Geary Street.
living down on Geary Street. We used to like to have a real good time. We were in our mid-20s, and so we would point our speakers and play our music in the street, and we would, you know, drink some malt liquor out there and ride our skateboards around and stuff, and nobody seemed to care. And then when I moved back home up to Sebastopol, California, where I'm originally from, which is a real small town, I moved home, and I thought I would just take that whole same kind of attitude back on up there. And I was quickly informed by the local law enforcement that that would not be acceptable in Sebastopol. And yeah, and now I live in a city where I think they might arrest you if you don't have a drink in your hand in public.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
I'm confused, you know.
You know how addictive those skateboards are.
Yeah, that is the truth. Point your speakers in your windows and your bottles in brown bags. We can skate up on the curb where the cops just shake your hand. Take me from the downtown out to the sea. I do believe I've seen it all down on Geary Street. Down on Geary Street. Hey, now down on Geary Street. Well, now in my baby's flat, we can smoke inside. We're gonna head up to the rooftops when the day turns to night. Been up alright, can't get no sleep, so we pour out with the vampires down on Geary Street. Down on Geary Street, hey now down on Geary Street. Thank you guys. Man, I appreciate you.
There is no Geary Street. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, I think I even looked that up on a map, and there is like a small section of it that's like Geary Street.
Oh,
you know?
okay,
So,
well, there you go.
Yeah,
You're
so
covered.
I'm I'm putting this out in the world, all right? There is a Geary Street, darn it.
You know, it's really funny that the name of your next song is The Name on My Belt, and Barbara and I were just outside before the show talking about a group that was in last week called Proud Country, and they had these matching leather guitar straps that were
cool.
hand tooled, really nice. And I said to Barbara, yeah, I remember, you know, growing up and in high school, all the guys that have their names on their belt and these kickers, you
We
know.
had shop class. We had to make those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take a look at. I don't know if you guys can see that. Or not.
Yeah, there you go.
That says Barbara right
Says
there.
Barbara.
That's my mom's name. Yeah.
My belt.
Yeah. I wore it just for you.
Barbara,
Yeah, that's.
Jean.
Yeah, that's. I found this one in a thrift store, and I was like, oh, I gotta get that. Yeah.
That's my mom's name, heck yeah.
Yeah.
So, tell me how you came up with this song. Was it because of your belt? or-
Well, it's where I got the idea from.
Yeah.
Was that, and I. Let's tell you the truth. This is a brand new song. As in, like, I hope I remember the lyrics to it, but I'm gonna give it a shot. You know, because I'm real happy with it. I like it a lot, and you know, world premiere here. It's the first time it's ever been played in front of anybody aside
Or
from
recorded.
my fiance and cat. So hopefully I can knock it out. I think I can. But anyways, yeah. So this. I just got to thinking about how cool it was back when like people would wear like belts around with their names on it or like their, you know, partner's name on it or something like that. I just thought that was a real cool thing. I don't know. I'm trying to bring that back. You know.
All right.
Yeah. So I got to get one that says Hannah on it now, but I'm working on it. It's a new song, so soon enough. But yeah, I just think it was a real cool thing. And I guess that makes sense. People make them in shop class and stuff. Huh? Yeah.
It used to be a required course in our school.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
you
awesome.
had to take
He's really old, though, so don't worry. You know, it's probably done
I wish I would have got
Apply to
that
you.
course.
back when we learned how to make that stuff.
Yeah, no. That sounds pretty cool. I'd love to get in a little bit of leather work myself. All right, well, this one's called The Name on My Belt, and I'm going to see if I can belt it out. Oh,
One thing
was
you
terrible.
don't want
yeah.
is my shop teacher.
Oh, yeah?
And I want all my dentist friends just shut up. Go ahead.
Eyes, they wander my way, bouncing through beer bottle lenses, dodging all them crooked arrows. Cupid too high to send 'em. I say my dance for the beauty I'm waiting on, to walk into this low down honky tonk, and the name on my belt, it reads Hannah Noel. She's my diamond in this world of cold. Barstool sirens, they can't hold a tune to lure me away from my angel songbird. Save lipstick for them Virginia Slims and them Camels and them Cools. No one smoking as the gal I'm addicted to. Ain't no flirts, no miniskirts, no devils in blue jeans. Can't hide our love between the seams, and the name on my belt, it reads Hannah Noel. She's the eighth heart of my sleeve. Vows I take a bulletproof, so honey, don't go waving them looks around here. My baby, she don't either. Oh, maybe you're a little confused. Words, oh, maybe you're sincere. But all the same, I never waste a day loving her for who she is, and everybody ain't. And the name on my bed reads Hannah Noel. I'll wear it forever and a day. I wear it all the way down to my grave. All right. Made it. Thank you, guys.
You remembered it all.
I did. Yeah.
We like world premieres.
All right. Oh, well, there you go. Thank you.
So you got a song called Old Mexico to Reno that's kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
I was born in Reno. And
Were you?
That's my son.
I know, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I always like to hear songs with Reno.
Oh, well, I got a good one.
I've been
for
to
you.
Mexico.
Okay, well then between the two of you guys, we got this song here.
Only thing is, there's a big gap between those two.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah, you know, Reno, I have a real special place in my heart for Reno, Nevada.
I do too.
I bet you, yeah.
Truckee River and
Oh yeah,
County.
that's awesome up there, man. Yeah, I grew up. So I'm from in Northern California, Sonoma County, a little town called Sebastopol, California, is about maybe like 3.5, 4 hours away from Reno. So we would go up there a lot, especially when I turned 21. Yeah, Reno took on a whole new meaning at that point. But so it's just a real beautiful drive up there and whatnot, and made a lot of good friends up there too. Once I started playing music, I got a lot of
I'd
good
still
buddies
rather
up
go
there.
to Harrah's Club in Reno than any place in Vegas.
Oh yeah,
It's
totally.
got so much more.
It's so nice.
history
Absolutely,
in
yeah.
class.
Going to Calneva or something, you know,
Yeah.
like just I like
Yeah.
those like old timey kind of places, you
Yeah.
know.
Well,
And
dude, man, I got to hear this song.
yeah,
but,
for sure.
But before you do, though, tell everybody how they reach you on the World Wide Web.
Oh yeah, okay. So I mean, Frankie Boots Music is my website, but then I'm also just Frankie Boots on Facebook. Frankie _ Boots. If you search Instagram for Frankie Boots, I'll be the first one that comes up. There is a dog also named Frankie Boots on Instagram. I'll tell you what. I mean,
Don't give Helen any ideas.
no. Listen, I'll tell you what, dude. I mean, I want that. I want that name. I want that Instagram handle. But but yeah. So I'm that, and same with on Twitter and all that stuff. Just Frankie Boots, or you can just Google Frankie Boots, and you get a couple pictures of me in a pair of boots
And
And a dog.
and a dog. Yeah.
Old Mexico to Reno.
Old Mexico to Reno. So this is a story about when my fiance and I first started dating, we were going to go on our first vacation together, which, as you know, is a big thing. You know, whether or not you can you be in a car together for a long period of time. You know, that's just, can you go away in a foreign land and make it through? And we passed with flying colors, but it was a real test because we were going to go to Mexico. And we realized our passports weren't up to date, and so we went to go get rush passports, which did not work out well at all. They said that we were going to be there, so on the way to the airport, we drove down to pick them up, and they weren't there. So we missed our flight, canceled it, and we were obviously pretty bummed out. So instead, we had the time off of work, and we said, well, you know what? We got all this time. Let's go do something fun. So we went up to Reno, Nevada instead, and had a real good time. So it's not always about where you're going, but who you're going with. So this one's called Old Mexico to Reno. We drove down to Mexico, couldn't get past the border though. My papers weren't in order from mistakes I made before. We didn't let it keep us down. Bags were packed and we were bound for anywhere. Oh, anyhow. Old Mexico Arena. Is paradise wherever we go. Biggest little city in the world for me and my girl, the Queen of Hearts, Reno. Pack your old station wagon full, a cheap suit and some high heels, blasting that radio up by 80. The sun fell on the Sierras, prettiest damn thing I ever saw, until we came over the pass. The neon lights began to dance. Old Mexico to Reno. This paradise
wherever we go. Biggest little city in the world for me and my girl, the Queen of Hearts, Reno. I had desert rose on my arm, a sequin dream, the luckiest charm. Ain't sure if it's the rest of our lives or a holiday through them dies, like you would throw in a bouquet. Reno. Oh, Reno. Woke up late in our room, housekeeping raiding our tomb, way past checkout time. We'll head back on home to a kind. And so in a couple months, if real life is dealing a bust, just take my hand and we'll go back to Reno. We'll always have Reno. All right, appreciate it. Thanks. Get the Reno seal of approval.
Yeah, you captured it. Man.
Sweet, thank you.
Yeah, there's something magical about that, too.
Yeah, I love that place, man.
Throwing rocks at the moon.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this song, I was just, when I saw the title of this song, it let me know who you need to be playing with in here.
Oh, yeah?
You need to be with Michael Priceout.
I know him.
You know
You
Michael?
know Michael?
That's crazy you said that. Yeah,
Because y'all would be great together.
he's a great dude. Oh, the Rocks at the Train song? Is that what
Yeah,
you're talking about? That
yeah.
song
Saw
is
your
so
Rocks
awesome.
At the moon and
Yeah, that song is amazing. You know what? I don't know him that well. We played together at Dripping Spring Songwriter Festival.
Why don't y'all come and do a live show for us in here next year?
I would love
I'll
that.
talk to him. I'll call Michael.
I would love that. Yeah. I'm not sure. He probably remembers me. I don't know. We chatted for a while out there. We played on the same stage for one of the
You
sets
can't
or something.
forget a Frankie Boots, for God's sake.
I hope not.
Or a Michael Priceout.
There's a couple people who are trying to. I
You're
think.
throwing rocks. He threw rocks at a train.
you're
You're
throwing
throwing
them at
rocks
the
at
I'm at the moon. Yeah, one or the other. We're gonna have some rocks getting thrown around here. Yeah, he's a real nice guy.
Y'all
Man.
could start a duo and call yourselves the Chuckers.
The rock chuckers, dude. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, well, he's a real cool guy, man. I'd love to get to play with
Michael,
him
we're picking
again.
on you.
Yeah. So yeah, this is another new one. Actually, this is 3 new ones in a row. Kind of weird, but that's all right. I like playing some new stuff sometimes.
You know how songwriters are. They always like to play
it's
their
always the new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
That's
For
what you
sure.
want people to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so this one is called Throwing Rocks at the Moon. Always kept myself a steady hand and a heart with nothing to prove, until the day that I became your man. Loving you's like throwing rocks at the moon. A hard head full of good intentions, always said that I was stubborn as a mule. This dogged night begs a question: am I loving you or throwing rocks at the moon. Why do I still try? I've been drinking this whole damn county drive, night after night, drowning the truth that it ain't you, it ain't that moon. It's just a fool who thinks he can reach the two. Singing to these stars all alone, wishing on them I'll see your headlights soon, until my heart is just one more of these stones. I'll keep loving you, throwing rocks at the moon, loving you and throwing rocks at the moon. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
I like
Sweet.
you. I like
Thank
your music. You have an interesting style, especially it's really a throwback style.
Yeah,
to me,
yeah. Thank you.
know,
I hope so.
Which
Yeah,
is
that's what I like.
what
That's
I
nice.
think you're seeking, but you found it.
Cool.
And boy, this next song used to be two of my favorite things.
One of them still is, for sure.
No, I'm past that.
No, I don't think so.
Guitars, Cadillacs and guitars.
Yeah, that's and when I wrote this song, for whatever reason, I just was like not even thinking about the fact that Dwight Yoakam had a song called Guitars and Cadillacs, which is a lot more successful than this one. So this one is about two of my favorite things. And the inspiration behind this song was a 1976 Cadillac Eldorado convertible that I used to own. And
That'll inspire you.
it will, yeah. The day that I bought this car, I was very excited. Drove about 3 hours away down to San Jose to pick it up. I told all my friends, girlfriend, I told everybody. I said, hey, listen, be at my house at 7 o'clock. I didn't tell anybody where I was going. I had a surprise. My roommates, everybody was there. And so I drove back, and right when I pulled into the driveway, I threw it into reverse to make a turn, 3-point turn, 9-point turn with that thing, and a fireball shot out of the wheel well of the car, and it caught on fire right then and there in my driveway. Yes, it did, yeah. And so instead of, hey, surprise, I just bought this really cool Cadillac, it's, hey, surprise, there's a Cadillac on fire in the driveway now. So it was... yeah, it was a little different than what I had planned.
Oh, how heartbreaking!
Yeah, it was a bummer for sure, and we got it put out eventually, and then so I got it towed down to my buddy's shop, and the next day I'd take a look at it, and we open up the hood, and he looks over at me, he's like, "You know this has been in a fire, right?" Yes, I'm aware that was the wound is still fresh. You don't have to bring that up. But we got it back on the road, and it cost more money than the car was worth to get that thing running again. But
You were determined.
yeah, you can't give up on your dreams.
The upside, though, is your guitar didn't blow up.
Not yet. I mean, stand back. Tonight can be.
If you start pulling a Dick Dale on me, I'm leaving the room.
Yep, not there yet. But I had a lot of good summers in that car, and I still miss it. Now it's been sent out to pasture to live on a farm with a bunch of other Cadillacs. All right. Anyways, here we go. One day a man drove into my town in a beautiful white machine that had horns on the front. It rumbled when it breathed. Double parked it out in front of the bar. bouncer's boots and a big cigar. And when he got out, all the ladies screamed. Ooh. I said, mister, what's your secret? He said, boy, if you can keep it, you'll go far. Well, just get yourself a Cadillac and a guitar. So I got older and I got a guitar. And I soon learned how to play, 'cause I sit there with it every single night and every day. I get daddy's old records and I'd listen. My foot tapping, my finger be picking all along to my favorite song. It was just a matter of time, and the stage is mine, I'd be a star. And I give myself a Cadillac with my guitar. Well, it's a match made in heaven, which I think is somewhere in Detroit, because it gets my star to turn, taps on my solenoid, picks me up when I'm down, and drives me round town, sing me songs when I'm doing wrong, cruise control for my very own soul. When I'm burning them bridges, I don't ever pay the toll. No, I got her now, and she's my heart of steel. El Dorado 1976, and she's a classic. Yeah, she moves like it. Folks stare when we come down the block. When it's hot out, she takes off her top. I got a question a young man asked me. Well, he said, mister, what's your secret? I said, boy, if you can keep it, you'll go far. Well, just get yourself a Cadillac and a guitar. Said just get yourself a Cadillac and a guitar. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Missed that car. All 8 miles to the gallon.
But it looked cool.
But gas was cheaper than
That's
true,
true.
it was.
That's true. We are getting to the conclusion of our musical part of the evening.
Yeah.
And you have one more song to do for us, and it's called Famous Last Words. Tell us about that song.
Yeah, famous last words. It seems, and like I like to end it with this song because it is very appropriate. But it is. I was making a record called Pagan Ranch, which put out in like early 2017, and I was really kind of just wanted. I spent a lot of time making the previous record, Leave the Light On. We spent like a good couple years on that. Recorded some of it in Santa Fe, some in California. It was just like a real long process with strings and horn section, all kinds of stuff, which is a great way to record, and I really enjoyed doing that. But after that, I was real burnt out on that style, and I just wanted to like make something. So we did an 8-track tape, basically 8-track quarter-inch tape on a Tascam 388, like kind of old school, you know, and all analog. And it's great because you can only do so much. Like if the Beatles can make what they make on 4 tracks, I should be able to get something somewhat tolerable out of 8, you know.
Yeah.
And so we made this record called Pagan Ranch, and it was coming down to like the last studio day, and I still needed one more song, and so I was just like, it was up at 2:00 in the morning the night before. I was just like trying to come up, like just didn't have anything, and so I wrote this song at about 3:00 that morning, and it's called Famous Last Words, and it's kind of how I feel sometimes when I've been procrastinating or bite off more than I can chew, or you know what I mean. Sometimes we take on too much and we expect too much of ourselves, and that can be a real back against the wall type situation. And at that point in time, it's you either pull it together and push through, or you don't. And this is my effort to pull it through, I guess. And I like what I came up with. So, Famous Last Words is what this one is called. Whoa, hey. Double check on this here. Two sides to every story, a dash of shame with the glory. That's how I've always taken my predicaments. Well done, waited all the time go. Must have slipped out the back door when we weren't looking and didn't even say goodbye. Well, if you're walking on ice, you might as well dance. Famous last words from a desperate man. I've been him before, I might be him again. Tempting fate just 'cause I can. My back against the wall once again. The clock is strangling me with both hands procrastinating. Always find a way to bite off more than I can chew. I'm in over my head, I'm out of breath, I'm turning blue. Well, if you're walking on ice, you might as well dance. Famous last words from a desperate man. I've been him before, I might be him again. Tempting fate just 'cause I can. With the bull, I'm familiar with the horns, but I can't help to say ole, ole. And maybe one day I'll finally wise up, but when I do, I have a feeling that it won't be enough. If I take another straw on this weary back, it will just be one more that I gotta break in half, because the only thing I could ever fear is not pursuing every single thing that I hold dear. So when I should be
saying no. To take a weight off my chest, I seem to make a noise with my mouth that sounds an awful lot like yes. If you're walking on ice, you might as well dance. Famous last words from a desperate man. I've been him before, I might be him again. Tempting fate just 'cause I can. Tempting fate just 'cause I can. Tempting fate just 'cause I can. All right, thank you all so much. Appreciate it.
Man, I appreciate you coming up and joining us today, and look forward to you coming back. We'll
Oh,
try to
thank
make. I'm gonna get a hold of Price Hawk and let's see what happens.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, it'd be an honor
See
to
if
come
we
back.
can
I
make that
appreciate
thing
you.
happen for next year.
Yeah, that'd be killer. That'd be great.
Also, thanks to everybody who tunes into what we do, both on the web at inthemusicroom.com and on Facebook and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Gene and Barbara and Bruce, thanks for everything y'all do. And Reno in the back, I mean, for 15 years you've been doing it.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah,
thanks,
Reno.
man. And
Yeah, thank
Helen, you're the best partner anybody could ever have. And, this is so much fun to be able to bring great artists like you and share them with the world. So
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me and everybody
and
for coming down tonight.
you're in the music room.
It's my pleasure, my honor.